So welcome back to my Italian film recommendation series, where I recommend Italian films for you to watch but I thought were interesting enough to share or discuss. This time I got 4. The first one I got is another film directed by Gabriele Salvatore, Marrakech Express. The film is about a group of friends that have not seen each other since a while, reunited by the sudden appearance of their friend Rudy's girlfriend, who tells them that he's in jail in Morocco for possession of hashish and that he needs 30 million lire to pay the judge for his release. This brings the group of friends, who have taken wildly different roads, on the same one to Morocco. It's got fun times, fun travels, fun western, and it's got Diego Abatantuono, the Italian Toshio Mifune. Il Sorpasso is a film belonging to the commedia all'italiana subgenre of films, in which wacky, grotesque comedy tones are used to discuss social issues, prevailing a middle-class setting and with a background of sadness, and the social critique that dilutes the comic contents, as it's usually said. The film talks about the chance encounter of two extremely different people that, from a deserted moment in middle August, start to drive along the Via Aurelia, in a film that is often considered one of the most representative depictions of a generation of the Italian economic boom in the 50s and 60s, riding the metaphorical waves and dangerously surpassing the limits and stillness of the way of life of previous generations. As the title suggests, Caro Diario is a sort of open diary, divided into 3 chapters: Vespa, Le Isole and Medici. The film showcases a reflection of Nanni Moretti over various mini-parables of his life, often with a surreal but very personal viewpoint and message. It's quite interesting, and many times it's just him going around and trying to strike up conversations with people. Yeah, it's fun. Our last film of the day is the Italian cyberpunk film Nirvana. Directed once again by Gabriele Salvatore, starring Christopher Lambert, Diego Battantuono, the Italian Toshio Mifune, and Claudio Bisio, the King of Games. It talks about a virtual reality game designer working for his dystopian game corporation, Okusama Star, that finds out that the protagonist of his game has gained sentience and awareness, which now asks him to be deleted from the servers of the company. The film's world realizes a distorted and grimy tech future that mixes elements of Italian, Japanese, Arab and Indian cultures that coexist under multinational tech corporation and live through any form of cheap thrill, be it mediatic or through synthetic drugs, which the protagonist uses to cope with his depression. While writing this, I'm now reminded of the university course I once attended, where we had to buy a book written by the professors. This book had a chapter dedicated to science fiction and cyberpunk, illustrating how different cultures visualize different views of the future, with the English totalitarian regimes, the American erasure of identity, German machine-like bureaucracies, and finally the Mexican science fiction, which saw people using cyber drugs in dingy back alley toilets that could let them connect to satellites and the like. The book also had some tutorials on how to perform eco-terrorism in the most economical way. I managed to pass this course by talking about the ending of Metal Gear Solid 2, declaring then, when asked by the professor what grade I thought I deserved, that I deserved the maximum score possible, which he conceded. All of this was to say, going back on the topic, that the film is a very interesting meeting of ideas, with an interesting viewpoint on the genre. And I hope, like the other films I recommend you, that you might find something you like within it. E boh, penso che ora adesso andiamo a mangiare.